So she gets the iPhone, I mean not the iPhone, she gets the Android. She's walking out the door and they say no. She kind of do a little 180, look at my coworker and just starts. And all I'm hearing is estúpida, pinche, puta, estúpida, pescado, da 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 da. And I'm looking like, I done heard stupid at least 3 times, I know that. What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl janiaaaliyah and I am back with another video. If it's your first time here, hi, welcome. Whatever you see, but y'all already know, only my subscribers can sit down. So if you're trying to get you a seat, then go ahead and smack that subscribe button down below and hurry up, because we obviously got a lot of stuff to get into. So yeah. Okay, great. So literally I've been working so hard today. Like, I just finished remounting this shelf and I think it's like good to lean on now, because literally, y'all, why was I doing my sister's hair earlier and she came in here and leaned on my shelf and it collapsed. The whole shelf fell down, the entire shelf. It was just done. And I wanted to redo it before I went to work, but I couldn't because the little stud finder, because you have to put the, anyways, I couldn't do it before I got to work, so I had to do it afterwards, which is now. So it's done. And yeah, but anyways, today's video is going to be some crazy rude customer story times, y'all. And so while I'm telling y'all these story times, I'm gonna be applying a wig. And so today's wig is gonna be from, can y'all see? Why is it doing this to me? Oh well, today's wig is gonna be from Beauty Forever Hair, and I will tell y'all the details of the wig when I open it. But from the looks of the box, it is 14 inches and that's good. That's very good. So right now I just need to clean my hairline and we can go ahead and get into this story time, y'all. So first things first, yes, I said crazy customer story times, y'all. I be at work, honey, and the customers, they be coming in there and they be trying me. I don't know why they do this, but they literally come in there trying me. But that's the thing, like, truthfully and respectfully, I'm not the one. And secondly, I don't get paid enough for people to come in there and try me. Why is my tattoo still peeling? But yes, I honestly do not get paid enough to be getting tried the way I do. And so with that being said, I'm gonna just leave it at that. So first off, I'm gonna tell you that first. So honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like, oh, let me get my gel, y'all, sorry. Okay, but like I was saying, I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like a lot of the customers come in there literally upset or starting issues unprovoked. Because mind y'all, I'm gonna just say I work in customer service. I work in customer service. It's not my first time, you know, being in a customer service job. And for example, if you're a cashier, you also work in customer service. Now, some, you know, customer service representatives are better than others, you know, hence McDonald's. Excuse me. But yes, some are better than others, and I would consider myself one of the better ones. Reason number one, because I'm a very patient person. Reason number two is because I'm nice. That's it. That's that on that. But I feel like patience, you know, is one of those main reasons. So yeah, but a lot of times people come in there and are really rude and start problems unprovoked. Now mind you, I understand, you know, if you having a bad day, if stuff just not going right for you that day, you know, it is what it is. Because listen, everybody has a lot going on. We are all going through stuff. Some people's stuff are, you know, different than others, but regardless, we all going through stuff. And if we literally every single day treated people based on what we was going through in our daily lives, like, it just human interaction would just be trash itself. So with that being said, literally the way I am is, as a customer service representative, I could be having the worst day ever. But unless you cause my day to be the worst day ever, I'm not gonna put that on you. I'm not gonna put that on you, because you don't deserve that. And so that's just that on that. And so first of all, y'all, look at my braids. So y'all see these little braids right here? I talked about it in another video where I just told y'all I honestly been feeling lazy lately, like with the braid downs. And so we gonna see how these 2 braids go. Ain't it kind of cute? So just in case like I just don't feel like putting on my wig and want to run to the store, like it's not too crazy. So anyways, but yeah, so let's get started with this first one. This first one, this lady did not cuss me out. She cussed out my coworker, but I guess technically it was like because of me, which I felt a way about that. So first things first, this is what happened. So as background information, like I said, you can just say I'm a customer service representative. And so typically at my job, it's usually like 2 people, so like me and another person, and then like later on I may go home early, or like somebody come take my spot, whatever. So it's usually me and my coworker. And so my coworker, I'm gonna call her Ariana. My coworker Ariana speaks Spanish, so she's bilingual. But yeah, so my coworker Ariana speaks Spanish and English. And so that's very good because it gets us more business, because she's bilingual and I'm trying to be bilingual too, because why not? Like truly, why not? So my eyelids. But yeah, so that gets us like a completely different customer base, because like we literally put a sign outside that says "Se habla español," which means, you know, I know Spanish. I think that's what it means. Yeah, I think it means, you know, basically somebody in the store can speak Spanish. So literally, you know, we'll have like Hispanics coming in all the time, and sometimes I feel like they're able to assume who the Spanish speaker is, because, you know, it's obviously probably not going to be me. But at the same time, my coworker is like, she could honestly pass as a white woman, okay? So it's like you don't even know that she can speak Spanish until she speaks Spanish. So yeah, but anyways, so yeah, if I see somebody, you know, like obviously coming in the store and they obviously, you know, can't speak well English to the point where I can't really understand them, we're having a hard time communicating, yes, I'm gonna go get my coworker and, you know, like just make the job easier for both of us. And so at that point, like, that's basically how it goes. That's literally how it goes. Or most of the time my coworker honestly beats me to the front desk, because I truly don't even be trying to work for real. So most of the time she'll already be out there. But anyways, back to the story. But other than that, a lot of people will come in like with their like children, because like a lot of their children can speak English, and so they'll have like their kids, like I'm talking like teenagers, coming in there and, you know, translating or whatever, right? So this day, this lady comes in. And so the lady comes in, she has her son and she has her daughter. So immediately walking through the door, when I greet them, like they both greet me back, and then the daughter, you know, starts talking. So I'm already knowing, because of course had the lady started talking and I saw, okay, you know, she needs to speak to somebody else, or if they literally asked me, "Se habla español," I would have said no, and then I would have went go get my coworker, but they didn't say that. So the daughter comes in, she's speaking English, like her English is actually very, very good, so she's obviously fluent. So we're talking, and so like the mom is like, you know, speaking in Spanish, telling the daughter what to tell me, and then the daughter is like, basically she's the mediator, the translator, whatever. So that's when, you know, we talking. And so the lady comes in, and so she comes in with 2 phones, an iPhone. Ooh, my camera blurry. Okay, so she comes in with 2 phones. She comes in with an iPhone and an Android, right? Holds the phones up and basically tells me, I bought these 2 phones last week, neither one of them worked. Now of course, sometimes we do have issues with phone, and sometimes phones just don't work, and that's why, you know, warranties exist, so there are things to do for that. But typically it'll be a problem with, you know, maybe a couple Androids, or, you know, maybe one iPhone specifically. But there's rarely a situation where you bought these phones on the same day. They most likely came in 2 different shipments, and they're definitely from 2 different companies, and all of a sudden, you know, you saying neither one of them worked. Now, what I can say is not everyone is tech savvy, so I completely understand, and I usually deal with these types of problems all the time. Like, for example, older people will come in the store literally going off about how their phone is defective, it don't work, the screen, like, it's just so dark, and they got their brightness turned down. So I understand that happens all the time, honest mistake, whatever. So we finna let this wig cap dry, and so in the meantime, let's take a pause real quick and open up this hair so we can see what we working with. And they sent me a headband with it, but it's not even a headband wig, but I got a headband anyways. I just got a free headband. All right, so here's the hair. It's in a little hairnet. All right, and so here's the wig right here. I think this is actually pretty cute. I'm excited to put on this color. And so here I go. Here go the lace. And so I'm not really tripping about bleaching the knots and stuff, honestly. I'm happy that, like, they got some baby hair separated. Like, that's actually, ooh, and it looked pre-plucked too. Like, wow. But I can tell y'all right now, I'm gonna have to put some makeup on this lace. Definitely. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna put some makeup on this lace, and then I'm also gonna, like, cut the lace a little bit, because I found, like, it's kind of easier if I just go ahead and cut the lace a little bit before I put it on. So yeah. But yeah, so I'm talking to the lady. She coming in, she's telling me she has 2 broken phones. Now at that point, the first thing I do, I get the first phone. So I'm looking at it, she's like, okay, well, this phone, like, I can't make calls, it doesn't work off Wi-Fi, blah blah blah. So of course, being that I've gone through this a couple times now, first thing I do, I turn on the phone, and I automatically notice that the cellular data is turned off. So I turn it back on. I turned it back. Yes, I turned the cellular data back on, and so that's when, of course, all of a sudden now it's making calls, now it's texting, now it don't need Wi-Fi. So at that point, you know, I showed the lady, I'm like, yeah, So her dad was like, okay, ooh, you fixed it. Yes. So that was that. So then next, that's when she gives me the iPhone. And so at this point, after I didn't fix the Android, she gives me the iPhone, and before I can even, you know, turn it on trying to fix it, she's like just telling me, no, I just want to get a refund. No, just want a refund. And so certain things, like certain sales, you can't give a refund for, but hers was not one of them. So I could have definitely gave her a refund. But the thing is, excuse me, but the thing was, I didn't have authorization to give her a refund, which means I was gonna have to, you know, go get my coworker anyway, so my coworker can do her thingamajigga, and yeah, right. So before I even go get her, I'm still trying to, you know, look at the phone. Is this thing dry? Oh, okay, I think we good. Let me put some makeup on my wig cap. Oh wait, that's not even the right one. Okay, yeah, I used the Ruby Kiss 16.
Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. I'm sipping.
I try not to put too much, because it always ends up messing my wig, and I feel like I did do too much. But let me cut this thing off real quick. Okay, and oh yeah, I would just like to say this is the first time since COVID started that I actually was able to buy rubbing alcohol from a store. But anyways, back to the story. So at that point, I was trying to sit here and, you know, check out the iPhone, you know, see what was wrong. But then my coworker walks, you know, to the front, and so, you know, she's seeing, and, you know, she starts looking at the phone. And so that's when, of course, she asked me, you know, you speak Spanish? So she's like, yeah, I mean, sí. And so they start speaking Spanish or whatever. So she's looking at the phone. Little did I know, my coworker was telling the lady, ain't nothing wrong with this phone. Why you want to return it? Ain't nothing wrong with the phone. Now, I'm going to just keep it honest. My coworker cares a lot more about the job than I do. So I was just going to get the lady a refund, because why not? Like, why not? I didn't sell her the phone, you didn't sell her the phone, so it's not really going to affect us if we give her the refund. But yeah, so she's telling the lady ain't nothing wrong with the phone. The next thing you know, another customer comes in, and so my coworker just, you know, goes to help her. So at that point, I'm telling my coworker, okay, well, she still want to refund it, so, you know, what, you know, do your thingamajig, type in your little code. But then my coworker's like, oh, I don't want to type in my code, because that's gonna mess up my number. It's like, no. And I'm like, girl, like, no, it's not. So at that point, I just had to call my manager, and I'm like, okay, can I use your code to do this refund because Ariana don't want it to mess up her number. So that's why my manager's like, girl, tell Ariana it ain't gonna do that, blah 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 blah. So I end up giving the lady the refund. She types in the code, I get the lady the refund. Why? I hand the lady the phone back, just give her the Android. I take the iPhone, I give her the Android back, and so she grabbed the bag, and as she's walking out the door, and so at this point maybe like 2 more customers have come in, and so it's this lady who's right here, we'll talk about her later, and then there's this old black woman, then there's this like white lady in front of me who I was finna start helping as soon as the Hispanic lady and her family was walking out. So the lady started walking out, and I didn't hear this part, but my coworker told me later that as I was, you know, wiping doing the factory reset on the phone and stuff, the lady was talking mess about her under her breath in Spanish. Now mind you, maybe I didn't hear because, you know, I don't speak Spanish, so it's like even if I did hear it, like what would I know? So she told me that, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. So she gets the iPhone, I mean not the iPhone, she gets the Android, she's walking out the door, and they say no, she kind of do a little 180, look at my coworker, and just starts, and all I'm hearing is estúpida, pinche, puta, estúpida, pescado, da 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 da. And I'm looking like, I done heard stupid at least 3 times, I know that. I don't know what the rest of that mean, but I done heard stupid at least 3 times. So at that point, I'm kind of like, ooh. And so then my coworker she's saying her stuff back in Spanish, like, blah, 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 blah. She's saying what she's saying. And so at this point, I'm just looking like, and then next thing you know, the black lady who my coworker is helping, all of a sudden she start going off about how she grew up in a Spanish neighborhood, so she know what this lady's saying, and so she's telling her not to talk to my coworker like that, and then my coworker don't have to speak to her in Spanish if she don't want to, blah 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 blah. And next thing you know, basically the lady walks out, and so my coworker tells me what she said. Basically the lady was telling her, you know, calling her a stupid bee, and telling her that she's a cat, and you know what, she need to stay with cats because that's what cats do, and you got in a higher position and switched up on your people, and blah 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 blah. Basically the lady was mad that my coworker did not come and speak to her in Spanish and help the black lady instead, but at the same time the lady had her daughter and son who were fluent in English speaking to me, and I just don't see why, you know, like what the problem would have been had she said habla español, you know, like, because people come in there and say that all the time, and what can I say? Like, no, talk to me, like, no, what? So that's when, you know, she was telling me or whatever, and the lady was just upset about that, and it was just like, how are you going to be upset about something you didn't ask for? And it was just a whole thing, y'all. It was a whole thing. But anyways, let me kind of get started with putting this wig on, and then I'll be back to tell y'all the second part of the story, okay? Alright, y'all, I'm back. So now we're waiting on this lace to melt. But anyway, okay, so yes, so the lady leave, and she didn't cuss my coworker flat out, y'all. It was so bad, like, it was so bad. But you know what, I guess we can just say my coworker, you know, kept it professional, honey, kept it professional. And so at that point, like, that was really that situation. So this was incident number 1. Mind you, all of these stories are going to be the same day, okay? They all happen in the same day, so just keep that in mind for this message I'm gonna have for y'all at the end of this video. Anyway, so next story. So this lady leaves, and at that point, like, once that lady left, my coworker was still helping the black lady, and I was helping like the white lady who I said I was getting ready to help. And so, you know, we talking to them, kind of debriefing the situation, because we all kind of like what just happened. So we talking about it, I'm helping her, she's helping her. Mind you, the old woman is still in line. So next thing you know, like, I'm sorry, we can't help what just happened, but like, if we want to talk about it, we gonna talk about it. We all grown, if we want to talk about it, we gonna talk about it. So we talking about it, and next thing you know, as we're talking, this old lady is just like, y'all talking, can y'all help me? And first of all ma'am, you see me busy, right? So that was that. So we let her know, like, yeah, we'll be with you in 1 second. So we still talking. So then next thing you know, that's when my coworker, you know, decides to help the lady. Why, when she go help the lady gonna tell both of us, she like, I see why the lady cussed y'all out, because y'all talk too much. First of all, you don't even know why you mad right now. You don't even know why you mad. So then, mind you, she's an old lady. Only issue she ended up having was like a little, basically a troubleshooting issue, something small, and my coworker fixed it. And I guess the lady didn't want to believe that my coworker fixed it that easily, and so she started calling me. She's like, this lady up here claims she fixed it. Yup. And so finally she leaves. The day kind of slows down a little bit, you know. At this point, I feel like we was kind of still like a little irritated by everything that was going on before that, but it was okay because it slowed down at least a little bit. So next thing you know, this one Hispanic guy comes in, and so, you know, I go offer to help him, but he couldn't really speak English, so, you know, he let me know I'm going to wait on her. And so at that time I was helping this guy. I was transferring some stuff over to his new phone, and that's when like this older black lady comes in. And so when she comes in, she automatically, you know, gets behind the Hispanic guy. And so I asked her, I'm like, hey, how are you today? You know, what brings you in? What can I help you with? So she just kind of gives me a weird look, and so she's like, I think I'm gonna wait on her. Mind you, my forehead does not say trainee, dummy, none of that. Me and my coworker are both wearing the same uniform, different name tags, nobody standing directly in front of me, but I'm just like, okay. I was like, okay. Because one thing about my job is, because, you know, when we work with customers, sometimes we be with them so long, like literally, like we find out their whole life stories. So a customer will come in and say, hey, you know, is Janiaaaliyah here? Okay, I'll come back when she here. When she work, okay, I'll come back on Wednesday then. And so I know, like, me and my coworkers, we have certain customers who only want to work with us, or like my manager has certain customers who only want to work with her, and that's fine. But this wasn't that. I don't know what this was, but at that point I was just like, okay, because like I'm not gonna beg you to give me more work to do. Like, girl, no, I don't even get paid enough for that. So I'm just like, okay. And so I continue, you know, messing with the guy's phone, transferring his stuff. So that's when my coworker, you know, looks up and tells her, because not only is she helping somebody, but she also has the Hispanic guy waiting on her, and then now the lady behind her. So she lets the lady know, she's like, you know, she can help you. Like, she knows how to do, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Mind you, we know how to do all the same stuff, so whatever you wanted her to do, I could do, but that's none of my business. So the lady's like, oh, okay, all right, I'll go to her. So that's when she comes to me and she's like, hey, so this is what I want to do. So my mom died a couple weeks ago, and so I was getting ready, you know, say condolences or whatever, but I just wanted to let her finish talking. And so she's like, yeah, my mom died a couple weeks ago, and so what I want you to do today is, here's her phone. I want you to turn this phone off. Then I want to take the SIM card out of this phone, and then take the SIM card out of my phone and put it into this phone so I can use this phone, so this can be my phone. And so that's when I'm like, okay, you know, that's fine, because I have a very good attitude at work, y'all. Like I said, if you have not done anything to me, despite how many people didn't cuss me out today, if you didn't cuss me out, I don't have no problem. My eyebrows look so scrunched up. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. And so next thing you know, she like looks at me after I say that, and so she's like, okay, so is that cool, or is that going to be a little too complicated for you? And so at that point, my face literally went from to, and literally this was me. I just had to pause. I had to pause, and I was kind of chuckling in my mind, and, you know, out loud as well. And so that's when she was like, she was just looking at me, she was like, what like, what is it? And so I was like, oh, nothing, yeah, it's fine. I was just, you know, trying to figure out what was going to be too complicated for me. I was just trying to figure out. And so at that point, the lady felt some type of way. So at that point, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go wait for her. And so she goes right back in line behind the Hispanic man, and then somebody else come on in, and I help them. And 30 seconds later, she just walks out the store, and I guess leaves and goes somewhere else. As she should, though, because first of all, why would you come to the store obviously needing either my help or her help and insult either one of us? And then on top of that, don't insult me, then you get offended. Like, sweetie, what? Like, huh? That don't even make sense. That really, like, child, yes, but she came in there trying it, y'all. She truly did. But oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to take this elastic band off, and I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna go back through with my Ruby Kiss and put that like around the edges or whatever. But let me tell y'all, this new product I found after I put this on, and I honestly, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I love it. But yeah, so anyways, that's how customer number 2 tried me for that day. So then, and I want to say this was the last one, but truthfully it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't, but you know what, I blocked all of them out of my memory. But anyways, so last one, y'all, for this day. So those customers leave, and at this point I feel like we probably had a good 30-minute like where no customers came in, or at least no rude customers came in, because when I tell y'all, this was a lot like for one day, and I feel like we was both like we was both kind of at the edge, y'all. Not ready to jump, but just ready to like pump the brakes, like literally. So did I even turn my flat iron on? Okay, so yes, so literally this one guy comes in, and he's like a nice old guy, and so my coworker's like helping him out or whatever. And so that's when this like lady and her son come in, and they're very nice as well. So of course, like I'm kind of in, like I'm relieved. Should I do a middle part or a side part? Let's see. I feel like side part always wins, so I'm gonna do a side part. But anyway, so yes, this lady and her son comes in, and they're like both very nice, like both very, very nice. And so I'm talking to them or whatever, and we trying to, you know, get their stuff together, and she's helping her customer, and that's just what it is at this point. So next thing you know, this guy comes in, and I mean, hey, what can I do if you come in after these people? I'm not gonna just tell these people, hold on. Oh, I almost just lost my whole life. But anyways, I'm not gonna tell these people, hey, sir, I mean, hey, ma'am and sir, listen, you know what? That man just walked in. Let me help him out just cause he back there huffing and puffing, and because he walked in after y'all. Like, what? But anyways, I always try to see, you know, what you come in for, because I like truly would hate for a customer to be waiting on something small. So despite, you know, who they came in after or before, I always ask, you know, kind of what they came in for, I guess. So, you know, he let me know he really just trying to pay a bill. So at that point, I'm just like, okay, cool, like, you know. And I asked, you know, the lady and her son, I'm like, hey, do y'all mind if I just go ahead and take this man's bill payment real quick? Because literally they heard him back there doing all that huffing and puffing, so they kind of hearing the same thing I'm hearing. So she's like, yeah, you know, no, yeah, there's no problem, go ahead, that's cool, that's cool. So I tell the man, you know, step forward, let me go ahead and take your bill payment so you can get out of here, because you get on my nerve back there doing that huffing and puffing, because I'm gonna give you something to huff and puff for, right? So he come forward or whatever, and literally out of my control, the store charges a $1 fee paying in the store. Mainly I feel like it would be because it's due to COVID, due to the fact that truthfully they may not really want people to come to the store to pay the phone bills when you have 3 other ways you can pay at home. You can use an app, you can call the customer care line, or you can go online. So with that being said, yes, there's a fee for paying in the store, but people do it anyways, they don't care. So of course I go ahead, because you know, we originally were ordered to, you know, just take them online to help people save the fee. But the thing about that is, if we do it online, we're basically doing it for them. So we have to, you know, take their card, type their card information in, you know, do it that way, versus charging them an extra $4 and swiping the card. Mind you, this is out of my control. For a check, you would do it too. So anyways, but yes, so I, you know, let the man know, hey, it's a $4 fee for paying in the store, but I can save you $4 by taking your bill online. And so I asked him ahead of time, are you paying with card or cash? Because if he was paying with cash, and I'm sorry, I can't help you with the $4, but if you paying with card, then I can help you. So I asked him, he said card. I'm like, cool. So I go ahead, type in his information, and of course if I'm paying online, I can't see how much is due. So I type in his info, and I asked him, I'm like, okay, so how much would you like to pay today? And so he was like, what are you talking about? I want to pay the same I pay every other week. Like, what do you mean? Like, girl, can't you see it? And I'm like, I actually cannot, but you know what? Let me just look it up. Because that's what I'm saying. He was just being overly rude. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll just go look it up. I'll just go look it up. So at that point, I go look it up, and literally as I'm looking at it, he like, I want to pay the same $40 I pay every other week. And I'm like, okay, that's what I just asked you. Like, why you can just say $40 the first time? But I just kept it at, okay, you know, that's what I just asked you, but all right, $40. So I go ahead, I'm typing it in, so I'm like, all right, may I have your card? And so he's like, what card? Like, what are you talking about right now? What card? And I'm like, the card you said you were going to pay with. So he pulled the credit card out of his wallet, slam it down on the desk. I slowly pick it up. I'm typing in info, and so then of course I have to verify if this is your card. So I'm like, can I see your ID? And so he like, what ID? Like what? So he pull out all like 3 different cards, throw them on the desk. I don't even touch him at that point, because first of all, who you throwing stuff at? Because I would be wrong if I picked up these cards and threw them across the store. I would be wrong if I did that. I would be wrong if I did that. So I didn't even touch the cards. I'm like, okay, thank you. So I'm typing in info, typing in all the card info. Literally, I get to the last little thing, right, where I have to ask him for his zip code. So I'm like, all right, sir, what's your zip code on this card? That's when this man like, give me the card, literally snatched the card out my hand, freaking, and he's like, you know what, forget it. You know what, because I ain't never had to jump through these many hoops to ever pay my bill, so I'm gonna pay my bill somewhere else. And so I'm like, all right, have a good day, have a good day. Because first of all, me asking for your zip code is jumping through hoops. If anything, I'm jumping through hoops to help you, because you were the one being rude. Like, and literally, y'all, I just remember he was not the last one from this day, y'all. It got worse. It got worse. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, stay tuned. Let me start this hair, y'all. I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so here go the hair. I don't know if I want to do any baby hairs right now, but what I do know is I kind of want to cut this hair, because like, y'all see how it is. I don't really like that. Like, I don't know. And I know when I cut it, it's probably not gonna be the most even, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Like, I literally don't care. Let me just comb this junk down, and literally I'm gonna just cut like straight across here. Yeah, I don't know if I want to add some baby hairs, but let me get to the last and final story part. So literally, this story is somewhat like the last one, in a sense that this man came in to freaking pay his bill. I'm trying to save him some money, so I get to the part where I'm typing his card. He see me start typing. Matter of fact, no, yeah, he give me his card, and literally I asked for his ID, because you know we have to do that, because like, you should want people to ask for your ID if you're paying with a card, first of all, because you want to see that they're actually trying to be proactive in case of freaking identity theft. You don't want nobody like just being able to swipe your card everywhere they want to. So yes, we ask for ID when, you know, people come in and pay with cards. And so I asked this man for his ID, and so he started going off on me like, what when y'all do that, like, what do you need that for? And I'm like, I literally just need the ID for whatever card you pay with. If you don't want to give me your ID, then sir, pay with cash. So he give me his ID. I look at his ID, and so then I get the card and I start typing like the card info or whatever, barely, but anyways, so yes, so he give me his card or whatever, and I start typing like the little card info. And so as I'm typing, literally as I'm typing, this man basically starts freaking barking at me, talking about some don't ever type my don't even look at my and remember it to your mind. Don't be saving my nowhere. And I'm like, first of all, nobody looking at your card. I'm having to type it so you can pay them. He like, nah bruh, some don't even think of my card, basically telling me don't even think of dang card number, don't look at it, like, cause child. And I was like, you know what, okay. And at this point he's going off of me, so I'm like, okay, swipe the card. And I'm like, okay. Now mind you, the part that I hate about customer service is everybody's going to ignore the part of the story where the man is obviously being very much rude and cussing me out over trying to pay his phone bill. But when I talk to the man the same way he's talking to me, all of a sudden people are paying attention. All of a sudden everybody has their sight back. All of a sudden, you know, it's like, oh, ooh. And so no, in real life, to be completely honest with y'all, I don't get paid enough to let people cuss me out for free. I'm sorry, I do not. So with that being said, you talk to me crazy, I'm gonna talk to you crazy, because guess what, it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyways, so that's honestly the last story. Like I said, that all happened within the same day, and I was definitely ready to quit after that day, but it was just the fact that, like, But moral of the story is, as y'all can see, this may not be it. We may not be in this phase for long. So with that being said, y'all DM me some video ideas. Y'all watch the ads. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so I can quit my job. Thank you very much. I thank you for tuning into my TED Talk, y'all. So I'm gonna go finish up these baby hairs and I'm gonna come back and show y'all the final look. Remember, this is Beauty Forever Hair. I'm gonna show y'all the box. Stay tuned.
And I know she'll be the death of me, at least for both we know. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. All the misery, but that's just...
Alright y'all, so I just did some little simple baby hairs and oh my goodness, my camera is about to die. But anyways, let me know what y'all thought of this wig down below. Let me show y'all the box one more time, and I will definitely put all the links to this wig in the description box down below. So once again, this is, oh my goodness, Beauty Forever Hair. Definitely check it out. And I feel like this lace, like, I think it's looking pretty good. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about this hairstyle down below. I feel like my 2 braids somewhat worked out, but they're definitely there. But anyways, you already know, click, smash, smack that subscribe button down below, and I will see y'all on my next video.